How do you play backgammon? Backgammon is a racing game. You have checkers, you have dice, and you need to be the first to move across the board before your opponent. Each player has 15 checkers, you roll 2 dice, and you play on a board like this with guides. There are 24 of them here. Before your turn, you roll 2 dice and you get 2 values, and you can move in 2 ways. Either move 1 checker or move 2 checkers. So if you roll a 3 and a 2, you can move 1 checker 3 spaces and then 2, or move 1 checker 3 spaces and another checker 2 spaces. If you roll a 3 and a 2, you can also move 1 checker 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 spaces. Or you can move 2 checkers, 1 checker 1, 2 spaces, and the other one 2, 3 spaces. Attention, 3 and 2 are 2 separate moves, not 5. And now I'll explain why that's important. You can't land on points that are occupied by your opponent's checkers. For example, you can't move 1, 2 because there are white checkers here. But if you roll a 3 and a 2, that's not the same as 5. You can't move like that. You need to move 1, 1, 2. Not allowed. 1, 2, 3, that's not allowed either. So this checker can't move at all with this roll. You can't skip your turn. You roll the dice and you have to make a move, even if it's not in your favor. Also, if you roll doubles, like 5, 5 or 6, 6, you move 5, 5, 5, 5, or 6, 6, 6, 6. If you roll doubles, like 4, 4, you don't just move 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 2 more moves of 4 each. For example, you can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't skip moves, but sometimes there's a situation on the board where it's impossible to make a move. Let's imagine there are no more pieces on the board, just these, and you roll a 3 and a 4. Black. Black can't move either 3 or 4. Only in such cases, when it's impossible to move, is the turn skipped. In all versions of backgammon, you have to move your pieces across the entire board. We start in the first quarter and finish in the fourth, which is called the home or house. And only when all the pieces are in the fourth quarter do we start bearing them off. When all 15 pieces are in the last quarter, in the home, you can start burying them off. For example, if you roll a 6 and a 3, you bear off 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have to bear off exactly, meaning here with 6s, 5s, and 4s. What does that mean? For example, if you roll a 4, but you have nothing on the 4 point, it's empty, you first have to move with the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't bear off, for example, this one, because for this checker, you need to roll a 3. But if there are no checkers on the higher points, and for example, you roll a 6 or a 5, then you can bear off these 2 checkers. If even 1 or 2 were here, then you could bear off the 6 here, and with the 5, move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the end of the game, if you manage to bear off all your checkers and your opponent hasn't borne off any, in many games this is considered a double loss, which is called a Mars. I just explained the general rules for playing backgammon. These are common to all versions, and in fact, there are a lot of different versions. Everything depends on the initial arrangement of the checkers, the direction in which they move, whether in the same direction or opposite each other, and also what happens when only 1 checker is left on the board. The main versions are long and short backgammon, and we'll explain the rules for both long and short backgammon in our next videos.